For question 8 of section 4.5, we are going to find an equation to match the graph. What we have, the graph started at the height 3, goes down to the minimum, go up to the maximum, and come back to the same function value 3. So this consider one complete cycle. The graph is provided more than one cycle, so we just consider one, the one that highlight in yellow. Based on what we have, is the reflection of the typical graph of the psi function, where it starts at 0, go up to the max, minimum, and go back to the 0. As you see, is the negative portion of the graph. That means instead of going up to the max and down to the min, it goes down to the minimum first and then go up to the max. As we see, this is the reflection of the psi graph. Since we know it's the reflection and it's the psi graph, so we're gonna put together to find the value A, B, C, and K that form the equation that's or the standard equation K plus the A times the psi of Bx plus C. Starting with finding A is used to find the amplitude. For this case, the amplitude, which is the absolute value of the A, is computed using the formula 1/2 multiplied by max minus min. The case that we have, the maximum value is 10. The minimum value is -4. So the absolute value of the A is 1/2 multiplied by the difference of 10 and -4, or 7. From the information, we know that it is reflection, so the A is less than 0. For absolute value of the A equals 7 and A is less than 0, therefore the A value is -7. So we got one number down. Next, we're gonna find the value B. To find B is used to compute the period of the graph. The period for one complete cycle, the graph starts at 0 and stops at 2. The period is 2 minus 0, or just 2. And the formula that we use to compute is 2 pi divided by B. With this equation set up, so we can solve for B to get B equals 2 pi divided by 2, or just pi. Now we get the value B. Next part, we're gonna find C. C is used to compute the phase shift. Phase shift is the beginning point of the cycle. Since the graph starts at 0 and 0 equals C divided by B, or the formula that we use to compute the phase shift. Since B is pi, but the value is 0, therefore the C equals 0. Now we got another number, C. Next, we're gonna find K. K is used to identify the range of the graph. The range of this graph, which is from the minimum to the maximum. The minimum is -4, the maximum is 10. With the formula to compute is K minus absolute value of the A, and then the maximum is K plus absolute value of the A. We know that the absolute value of A is 7, and then the maximum is 10. Let's work on the positive one. So 10 equals K plus absolute value of the A, or 10 equals K plus 7. Therefore, K equals 10 minus 7, or 3. We get K equals 3. Then we put them together as the equation of the trig function that describes this graph as y equals K is 3, A is -7 times psi of the B is pi, so pi times x, C is 0, so nothing there. So now we get the equation that describes this graph.